Right. I've been.
Irish Media Network. We entertain.
I'm Marvin. You're tuned to the Irish Media Network via YouTube and Facebook Live. You're all very welcome to the first semi-final of the Decades of Dance Music quiz. We've come a long way, but we're nearly there. Tonight we'll be testing your knowledge of music history from the last 100 years. That's 10 decades. It's day 68 of my personal lockdown, and the sun is shining down and all is quiet, but not for long. Tonight, we have the first of our semi-finals for you. It's the Battle of Acid House Britain. It's label boss versus recording artist. Well, they are both technically label bosses and recording artists. It's Ashley, best dressed chicken in town, Beedle, versus Damian, I'm not that kid from the Omen, Harris. It's up there in the dance. It's up there in dance terms with Ali versus Fraser, Biggie versus Tupac, Rangers versus Celtic, eggs sunny side up versus eggs easy over. I don't know which you like there. Rare, medium rare. Yes, it's that big. Two planets collide, and there can be only one who will make it to the final, where they will take on the winner of Laura Whitmore and Dennis Menendez. I think it's actually time to do a little clap for all the care workers in the UK and Ireland right now. So maybe we'll do a little round of applause for them. NHS, HSC, if you're watching out there, big love. Keep it up. Keep going.
The boats are going outside.
With the Hooters.
With the Hooters.
Oh, right. Is it like that kind of a?
Some more of
What's a carry on? A bit more musical laugh. Yeah.
Okay, so first up is the recently returned label Don at Skint Records. He's an Arsenal fanatic who's named his beloved cat after the legendary striker from Arsenal, Dennis Bergkamp. Speaking of Arsenal, he's also returned to the squad of the Tuesday Club Post podcast with Alan Davies, I believe.
I have, yes. We've just done 3 now. We're starting to do it every week. I think Alan got fed up with his kids so much. He learned how to sort of use a podcast and work it out. And it's really nice to be back, although it's a bit weird not having any new football to talk about. So we're looking back at older seasons, previous seasons. So
reliving them.
Yeah.
Yeah, good man. He knocked Dublin's Mathon out in the last round. It's Brighton's finest. He's also a big supporter of Brighton and Hove Albion, by the way. It's the midfield general, cat father himself, Damian Bomber Harris. Damian, my good man, how goes it?
It goes well. Thank you very much. First time in my studio. I thought I'd treat you. I didn't want to give you my studio straight away.
We're in the holding room. Room.
Yeah, you were in the holding room, in the other wing. But yeah, now I thought it's time to get serious. Bring you into the studio. Try and intimidate Ash with my my mess.
Yeah. I think he's done a good job of it. So come here to me. How is the wonderful Dennis Bergkamp? And how's his DJing skills coming along? Because I saw you were teaching him to DJ there.
Yeah, not so good. Concentration, hasn't got it. He's flits in and out. So no, unfortunately not. He's very good. He spends a bit too much time in the washing basket, which is a bit weird. But there you go. He's absolutely fine.
Well, that's better than the washing machine anyway. So wonderful to have you on the show. What's your word of warnings for your opponent tonight?
They're all very false and shallow because I fear Ashley. So anything is just sort of front and guff, to be quite honest.
He's gangster.
Yeah. So I have no words of warning. Just be easy on me, Ash. Is kind of
no. It's the playing field is level.
Well, you're very welcome to the show, Damien. It's good to have you on board, and best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
His rival tonight is a legend of the dance world. He's one of the founding fathers of the acid house scene. He was part of the Junior Boys' Own crew alongside the dearly departed Andrew Weatherall. He's had a million guises: Black Science Orchestra, Express 2, Ballistic Brothers, the Jamaica Boys, Crazy Gods, Delta House of Funk. Damien's picked up the record there. Africans on Mars. We could go on here all bloody night, basically bleeding loads of records. He's got a ton of stories. His David Byrne from Talking Head story is one of my faves. He's knocked out Shara Bell in the last round. It's the Ramsgate Wrecker. Ashley Beijing Jerk Ninja Beedle. Ashley, my man. Ashley, my man. How are you, brother?
I'm good, and a fellow Arsenal fan. And
Yes.
before I go anywhere, I'd just like to say a big hello to extended family, Lucy Gold, who mentioned to me about the Invincibles and the 2003-2004 season. And she missed Thierry Henry for 6 months when he went over to Barcelona. Bless
Wow,
her.
yes.
Yes.
It's amazing. The Gooners are in the house tonight.
Yes.
Still hurts. Now I've got a couple of Liam Brady stories I could tell you, so I'll save them for another time. Won't be boring the pants off anyone but Damian and Ashley tonight anyway. How many records have you actually made, Ashley? Like you must, and how many guys? I mean, you must have put out over 1,000 records, or what's the story there?
Remixes are over 1,500. And records I've made, not that many actually.
You have.
No, I have made a lot of records. Some of them I can't even remember. I got a lot of Japanese fans that come up online sometimes and they sort of grin, hold a record up, and I sort of go, "What's that?" I know that one. And yeah, a lot of research goes into my past.
How's the Ramsgate Massive treating you down there? Are they all good?
Oh, all good, man. Ramsgate's hot. It's hot. We've got we're all quiet at the moment. Actually,
Got AstroTurf.
Joe's got AstroTurf down
Awesome.
front of the house, and but everyone's been very, very quiet. Mr. Adrian Sherwood, he's been sheltered. Duncan from Primal Scream, I bumped in today, the trumpet player. Yeah, I mean everyone's just chilled. All chilled out.
Big question for you right now. If you could eat anything in the world right now, regardless of where it's from, what time zone, even through history with a time machine, what would you bloody eat and what would it be?
Sushi.
Just sushi. Simple tastes for an extravagant man.
Sushi. I love sushi, man. Yeah.
Okay.
You know my steez, man.
So what's your give us a Bayesian word of warning there for Mr. Harris.
Bayesian word of word. Oh Lord.
All right, brilliant, man. Okay, so
I am consider me terrified.
there's only going to be one winner tonight, lads. So it's going to be a fight to the death. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay, so we've got a series of 8 questions. We are going to be accepting answers on WhatsApp. I'm not going to ask Owen how the competition goes because he's afraid to tell you. I don't think he's afraid at all.
Could you run through the rules for me again? Actually, you know what? I'm all right. I think I remember.
The rules is there is no rules.
Right.
Okay, so we've got 8 questions for you guys. So are you both ready?
Yes.
Before we start, just a big shout out to all the people tuning in. We've got Kay, Tara, Bridgie, Alan Fitzpatrick. Day 68 of you needing a haircut. Yes, it is. This hair is growing long, mate. I'm not cutting this hair. Come on out of that. So yes, right. Let's kick things off with question 1. Ashley versus Damian. Damian versus Ashley. 2 guys who've both been involved in Skint Records at a time and still are.
Yes.
Question number 1. Michael Barrett is a hugely successful British rock star who's had 30 top 40 hits to his name, all accumulated in a 5-year period of chart dominance. What is his artist name? What is his stage name? What is his artist name? Michael Barrett, hugely successful British rock star who's had 30 top 40 hits to his name, all accumulated in a 5-year period of chart dominance.
Are you going to tell us what years?
What year?
Massive in the late 70s to early to late 80s, early to mid 80s. Michael Barrett, hugely successful British rock star who has had 30 top 40 hits to his name, all accumulated in a 5-year period of chart dominance. 5 years.
Very good. Don't look, we're getting an answer
5.
from this one. Ashley, you're going to be kicking yourself. Arvin, do you want to have a go at this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna because I know the answer to this. Shaking Stevens.
Shaking Stevens is correct.
The only in my head.
You could have stolen into the lead there.
He's called Stephen something, you know, and then added shaking and took his surname off. But Michael Barrett.
Born in Ely in Wales.
Yeah, I knew he was Welsh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shaking Stevens.
Michael Barrett.
Well, no one scores the points there. I don't think, Owen. So
That's
No, I did.
you did.
Oh, you did. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
Damien
Phone's on
Harris.
silent. Sorry, Damien. I didn't even see it coming. I just saw you looking puzzled.
No, I was looking but that was jubilant.
Oh, okay, perfect. So yeah, I saw that. So yeah.
That was omnipotent, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we got Damien with the points there.
Awesome. Big shout to Darren Dalton there. He got Sid Vicious. It wasn't the right answer. EQ Audio Systems. That's my man. Andy, he got the right answer. So on to the next question. What country and city was the first commercial radio station in the world in? What country and city was the first commercial radio station in the world in? What country and city? What country and city was the first commercial radio station in the world in?
Got Damien's answer in.
I think we had this question on the show before, potentially as well.
We
What?
did indeed.
I've not heard it. I'm taking a not a wild guess, but just a.
Mine's pretty wild.
I want to give a bit of a shout out to Phoenix 999 Rising, who's saying a few folks here on the Spanish coast surfing the dark web for a decent barbers if anyone can get some contact.
So we got both answers in there. Arvin, do you want to have a go?
Yeah, I know the answers because it came up. It's Pittsburgh and it's America, obviously.
It is indeed, yeah. So January 2nd, 1921 was the first broadcast. They broadcast a lot of the hymns and some prayer sermon. And it's actually that original station. They got damaged in the storm and they ended up having to broadcast out in a tent outside. And they realized then that from the tent fabric that you could make soundproof studios. So all your soundproof studios originates back to that original first radio station.
Damn, son.
So Ashley with the correct points here and Damien incorrect, I'm afraid.
I went for Belgium.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I really
Part
don't.
of the process, in fairness, did originate in Europe. So there's a lot of French engineers worked on it for maybe 60, 70 years before it actually originally got to a broadcast radio station. So you weren't a million miles away.
That was what I was thinking. Oh, well.
Close, but half a cigar. So, right, we'll move on to question 3. Tara O'Connor got the wrong answer on that one. Bridgie got the wrong answer. Luxembourg. And good evening, Mr. Sam Mead. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so question number 3. Name the Holy Trinity of hip hop. Name the Holy Trinity of hip hop. The Holy Trinity of hip hop. Name them. This would refer to the kind of the classical case, not Lil' Kim, Nicki Minaj, and Iggy Azalea. Name the Holy Trinity of hip hop. The Holy Trinity should be a relatively straightforward answer for the two gentlemen here. Plus Ashley's elf, who's hiding somewhere in the background there. The Holy Trinity.
Typist, yeah.
The typist, yeah. The typist wife.
What's that?
The Holy Trinity of hip hop, name them. I definitely know the answer to this one.
That's right.
Um,
I'm not sure I have. There you go.
Bum, bum, bum. How are we getting on there, boys?
Yeah, we look like
I'm in.
they're both correct with their answers. So, Arvin, do you want to have a go?
It's Cool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, and Africa Bambaataa of the Zulu Nation.
Yeah. So again, all three of them got the correct answers there. So points across the board for both.
That was
Marcy, no.
hard actually, because I've got to say this. There has always been a dispute between the Holy Trinity of hip hop. The fact that the guy called Pete Flowers was very much on the scene way back, I think before even Bambaataa. But, you know, it's always been stated it's been Bambaataa, Flash, and Cool DJ Herc. There you go.
Yeah.
Correct answers.
You know, unlucky Pete Flowers. He should be included. It could be the quadrilogy. Quadrilogy of holy hip hop. You know,
he's very much the Pete Best of the.
Unlucky. There's a couple of funny answers in there. EQ Audio Systems said Dre, Biggie, 50 Cent. Phoenix 999 Rising said Daniel O'Donnell, Dickie Rock, and Declan Nerney. Legends, absolute legends. Right, we're moving on. So, question number 4. We're at the halfway point. Clark Monroe's Uptown House. Clark Monroe's Uptown House. Ciro's and Minton's Playhouse are all famous clubs from which decade? Clark Monroe's Uptown House, Ciro's and Minton's Playhouse are all famous clubs from which decade?
Minton's Playhouse.
Where are they? We allowed to know that?
I don't know where they're from, where they are, because I'm just the simple conduit for owns and owns.
So yeah, we just need the decade.
Okay.
Minton's Playhouse, Ciro's, Clark Monroe's Uptown House, Ciro's and Minton's Playhouse are all famous clubs from which decade? Johnny Quinn, Sam Mead have all had some good guesses there. I'm not sure if they're right.
Okay.
They're both definitely wrong.
I don't even know where they are. What city they're in.
Yeah.
I know where they are, and I think that's the answer.
Both answers are in.
Yeah.
It's like a dub studio.
So, I mean, they sound like dub studios, but I think it's either something like the 20s, 30s, or 40s. I don't specifically know, so I'm just going to throw a dart at it and say the 40s.
Yeah, so it's the 1940s. Minton's was famous for Dizzy Gillespie, Charlie Parker, and Miles Davis created bebop. And then Clark's was in the old Barron's club and Cyril.
Right.
Yeah, so 1940s is the correct answer. Both of the guys got it incorrect.
Yeah.
And some of our viewers got it wrong. Bridgie, Kay, Sam, Johnny, all wrong, I'm afraid. So moving swiftly on, ever so slowly, the single Do the Reggae by Toots and the Maytals is credited as the first song to reference the word reggae. Can you name the year the song was released?
There we go.
Monroe is not in this question. The single Do the Reggae by Toots and the Maytals is credited as the first song and reference word reggae. Can you name the year that the song was released? I have no idea what the answer to this question is. Toots and the Maytals, Do the Reggae by Toots and the Maytals is credited as the first song to reference the word reggae. Can you name the year the song was released?
Closest to the year as well is going to win it.
I might be. Yeah.
Tara O'Connor, Johnny Quinn, and what answers there? Johnny Quinn's got.
Yeah, so we got both answers in there, Arvin.
Yeah, I don't know. I've no idea what this is, but it's got to be late 60s, I'm going to say. So I'm going to say like 67.
1968 is the correct answer. So band formed in the early 60s. So Damian, you guessed that one right there, yeah.
I don't guess. I used all my musical knowledge to guess, basically.
Yeah. No, maybe we're correct. You got the right answer. Congratulations.
Blimey.
Well done there. Sam Mead, 1964. Daz Dalton got it right. 68. Well done, mate. Johnny Quinn, Tara, a year out each. Andy, just 2 years out there, brother. Okay, so next question is Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino is the alter ego of what famous American actor? Childish Gambino is the alter ego of which famous American actor? Childish Gambino. I'll give you a clue if you need it. This is the clue.
That's the worst clue.
That's the clue. Childish Gambino, aka what?
Both answers in there, Arvin.
Shaking Stevens.
Hey. And the correct answer is, as Tara got it, was Danny Glover.
Yeah, you're correct. Both people got the right answer here. So
That's the one. Danny Glover is the correct
And
answer.
right, yeah. Because
Yeah.
he's
That's predicted bloody. I've got Donald, and it's put Donald instead of Dan. I've got Glover.
Donald Glover is the correct answer, not Danny Glover.
Predictive bloody text. You know what I meant.
Is he Danny Glover's song? I got it wrong there as well.
No, it's Donald. Danny's
Donald. Oh, I
Yeah.
was right then.
Donald Glover. I think it's
yeah,
Donald.
it's Donald Glover.
It is Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny is his dad.
Yeah, and he overcame being called Donald to produce some great stuff.
We've done that amazing video, didn't we? What was it called? This is
This is
America.
This
America.
is America.
Yeah.
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 You guys should do one for your respective towns. This is Ramsgate. This is Brighton. I think will be quite interesting.
This is Ramrock.
This is Ramrock. Yeah.
This is Ramsgate.
Massive.
This is Hope.
Yeah.
Could be huge. Could be huge. Okay, so we've got 2 more questions to go. Hope you're hanging in there, and thanks for everyone who's been firing in the answers.
Hang on in there, baby.
Hang on in there, baby. Shouts to Karen McGonigal. Hope you're there, you and the family. Okay, 2 more questions. This is a Grammys question. So it's all about the numbers. Who has won more Grammys, Elton or U2? Who's won more Grammys, Elton John or U2? Who's won more Grammys, Elton or U2? Or U2?
U2.
Uwe. Who's won more Grammys, Elton or Uwe? Come on, lads. It's only a yes or no answer.
Oh, go on.
Johnny Quinn going for Elton. Kieran McGonigal going for Elton as well.
So we got both answers in there, Arvin. Do you want to have a go?
Andy going for it's got to be Uwe, hasn't it? Like they've.
Is that the Gaelic?
That's what the Italians call you too. Uwe.
I thought Elton was around longer.
He might have been around longer, but I think U2. I always associate U2 with being at the Grammys more than with Elton, because they were always at the Grammys.
But you see, I would argue that he's been since the 70s and beyond. That would be but we shall see. We shall see.
The correct answer is U2 have won 22 times and been nominated 46 times. And Elton John's only won 5 times and been nominated 34 times. So yeah, he had that spurt in the 70s, and then they kind of came back again in the 90s and noughties. But U2's body of album, pretty much every album's got nominated. They've had a couple of songs on each one. They get best video. So yeah, when you stack all their awards up, they kind of it's a big clear difference.
No wonder they're at the Grammys every year.
Yeah. So Ashley gets the correct answer there, and Damian doesn't.
Every time you see Bono walking around Dublin anyway, he's just walking around with a load of Grammys, about 5 or 6 of them, just like buzzing around into McDonald's and stuff like that. Just like, hey, mate.
I've got one Ivan Novello for lazy somewhere.
What record label did that come out on?
Skin.
There you go.
There you go.
So you kind of share that Ivan Novello there.
No, I like to give it to the artists. didn't have much choice, but yeah. Whenever I see Norman's trophy cabinet, I do get a bit like, can I just have one of them? No, very mean.
I mean, he should really give you one at this stage, Damian. Man.
Yes, he should do.
But it was
could just nick one and he won't notice. So,
come on, Norman, you're a landlord back in the day.
he was.
Yes.
Yeah, he was. I started the record company just to pay him back. So
I'm going to start a record to pay you the rent, so you can put records out on my label, so we can make that money to pay the rent. That's a genius plan.
I know. Well, he did. He did actually want to sack me.
He did.
Yeah. So the story goes, I started working for Loaded Records, and we put out his records as Pizza Man, and I was amiable but useless was the term they used. So I see my partners, and they said to Norman, I know he owes you a load of money for rent, but he's useless. Shall we sack him? And he said, yeah, go on then. And somehow, after this conversation, I ended up not being sacked, but with my own record label. And I said, right, can I start my own thing? I'll call it Skint. I won't. And they said, oh, all right then.
And he ended up on the label.
Yeah, he was the first signing. So because the first signing was Fatboy Slim, because I'd heard the music he'd been making for Freak Power. He had done those weird fried funk food EPs.
Yeah.
And
I remixed Freak Power.
Yes, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, with Express 2.
Yeah. So so he said, "Yep, sack him," and then somehow I came out my sacking with my own label. And there you go.
That's because you are a magician. That's what you heard it here first. The man is magic.
Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes.
Look at my eyes.
Dynamo Harris. They're going to start calling. Okay, so everyone went for bloody Elton there. So none of them.
No, Ashley got you two correct. So
he did. Oh, well done. I'm talking about all the Irish people who were obviously chiming in the comment section here. They all went for Elton. So they were shocked that it was you two. But anyway, there you go. Bingo, bongo, as Kieran McGonigal would say. Okay, so final question. We've got one more question before we find out who is going to be taking on Whitmore or Menendez in the final of Decade of Dance. So the last question. What year did the LP 33.3 RPM come to market? What year did the long player 33 and a third RPM come to market?
Is that not decade, year?
Year. The closest to the year is going to get the points.
Closest to the year, okay.
Yeah, I said year. I didn't say decade, Ashley.
We're at the semi-finals here now, Ashley. I ain't giving you no decade option here.
Damian's looking at his record.
I know. Right, what's the oldest record I've got?
What year did the LP, which is long player, 33 and a third RPM, come to market? Not as old as Methuselah. It's Kieran McGonigal going with a guest there, 1979, and he's guessed 1969. Don't know if that's a joke, Kieran. Are you trolling us?
Okay, so we got answers in there, Irvine.
Yeah. Okay, so I think this might have been a question previously, or I've seen this before, but
it was. So there's two answers to it, and we're given the second answer in this question, so hence there will be two actual correct answers to this. But yeah, give it a guess, Irvine.
If memory serves, it was 1948.
Yes, you are correct. Yeah, so again, there's two answers. It came out originally in 1931, 32. But there was such a popularity with radio at the time, so basically nobody really got onto it. And then 77 RPM came out, so it wasn't then re-released until 1948 that Columbia brought it out, and then RCA Victor created the 45 RPM the very year after to compete against it. So Ashley got 1932, and I'm going to accept that because it did initially come out then. But yeah, it was 1948 when it came out originally to market, and the first track was Mendelssohn Violin Concerto, if I'm not mistaken correctly.
I'd say Ashley's probably remixed that as well.
Yeah.
Out of those 1,500 remixes.
Through my door on a dub plate.
Okay, so that concludes the final question. Well done, guys. Well done to everyone who's been answering.
Well
it. Kieran, Tara, Sam, Kay, Johnny, Andy Noble, all the crew. Yes, so that's 8 questions done. So Owen, hand it over to you.
And the first finalist is Mr. Ashley Beedle with 5 points to 4.
Ah, well done, mate.
Oh, the last question put you over the edge. We're tied up to the very last question.
Oh.
And yeah, you got 1954, Damian, so you were incorrect. Actually, you did get one of the correct years of the 2 that I was going to look for. So,
Damian, mate, Damian, it's an absolute. It's just when we got into the studio, brother.
Yeah. You should have seen where we were going if we got into the final, but
we'll never know.
Next lockdown, you can do that if I ever get invited back. So, well, it's been a joy. Thanks for having me.
Joy.
Absolute pleasure, Damian.
Thank you very much, Damian. So much, mate.
Thank you, Ashley. Lovely to see you.
See you, Damian.
Up to the Isle of Thanet. I'll see you. Yes, I'll come and say hello when we're allowed out.
Yes, and I was going to say the same thing. When we're allowed out, I'm going to be
down the road. I'm from Whitstable, just down the road. So
yes, is that where you are now?
No, I'm in Brighton, but that's where my family is. So
yes, that's right.
So when we're allowed out again, I'll come and say hello.
Yes, that'd be brilliant.
Yes.
Can I just say, Damian's involved in an amazing restaurant pub down there called The Sportsman. Is that right?
Yes. That's right. Yes, I ate in there once.
Oh, did you? Excellent.
Yeah. It was lovely.
Good.
It was terrible. That was amazing. Absolutely awesome, Damian. Thanks a million, brother. Thanks,
Damian, mate. Cheers.
Really appreciate everyone. We'll see you next, Damian.
Bye.
Cheers. Ashley.
Yes.
You are the first finalist of Decade of Dance. How does it feel?
Wonderful, actually.
A round of applause.
Yeah, do the bus on, sure.
Do the bus.
I feel humbled, man.
And so you're going to be the final. We haven't announced the date of the final, but it'll be next week at some stage. So, yes, we look forward to seeing you.
Wonderful. We look forward to seeing you too as well.
All right, nice one, Ashley. So, listen, a big shout out to everyone for tuning in tonight. Kieran, Sam, Kay, Bridgie, Tara, Andy Noble, all the regulars. And from me and Owen, good night. You've been watching Decades of Dance on Irish Media Network. We'll see you.
Irish Media Network.